Talking today about emergency services and if the emergency services vehicle did something improper. Here with the answer, attorneys Greg Fellerman and Ed Saramboli. Guys, thanks for being here.
Good to have us.
So another interesting question. We had one yesterday, and this is, again, an interesting one, I think, and it is from Lisa in Mountaintop. Now, she says, I was driving home, and when an ambulance flew through a red light and hit me broadside. I had the green. The ambulance driver got out and said she was on her way to an emergency call. However, the ambulance did not have its lights or sirens on, and I was injured. So does that change things, that there was no warning from the ambulance, and now maybe make this a situation where Lisa has some legal recourse?
No question about it. Lisa, there's actually a law on this particular issue, and under these circumstances, when an emergency vehicle such as a police car or an ambulance is responding to a call, then they must have on their sirens and lights. For this exact reason, because they're going to be disregarding the rules of the road, red lights, stop signs, things of that nature, while they're getting to the individual that needs help, and so they must notify all the other drivers on the road that they're doing this. When they don't, then they can be held negligent. We've had a couple of cases like this, where especially involving ambulances. So it's not an uncommon situation, but they need to have their lights and sirens on.
No, I agree with you. And I mean, look, first responders do a great job.
They do.
And they know what they're doing. So, it's a little fuzzy that they wouldn't have their lights and sirens on going to an emergency. So, again, this is a type of case where you have to get legal counsel involved. They're going to have to subpoena records to see if they were actually responding to, an emergency situation. But again, Ed's right, 100%. If they got to have their lights and sirens on. So, again, reach out, get a lawyer, and figure out exactly what happened.
All right, for our viewers who need your legal advice, what's the best way to reach you guys?
They call us at 570-714-HURT. See us on the web at 714hurt.com.
And on these cases, even if it becomes like a he said, she said, where the ambulance driver says the lights were on, you can prove that. There's ways that you could test to see if the lights were actually on. So it really, would be in your best interest to pick up the phone and get to a lawyer.
And there could be cameras and witnesses.
Absolutely.
I mean, we just had a camera case yesterday. So you got to, there's a lot to do in these cases. So don't delay.
All right, good advice. Attorneys Greg Fellerman and Ed Saramboli. Results matter with these guys for sure. Thanks so much. We'll see you next time.
We'll see you tomorrow.
And don't forget, questions here on The Law and You can be sent to us through pahomepage.com or, of course, on the Law and You hotline.